Welcome everyone, my name is CrazyBone33 and welcome back to another video. This is my first ever tier / ranking list. I am going to be ranking and tiering all the Call of Duty zombie maps. Now, I just want to state this real quick. This list is my personal list. It is all Treyarch zombies. Even Vanguard zombies is in here, and World War II zombies, and Exo zombies, and Infinite Warfare zombies. No extinction. Also, want to state this real quick. Vanguard zombies and World War II zombies will be its own category. Like, literally all of Vanguard zombies and all of World War II zombies will be its own thing. There are no separate maps. It's just one thing. So World War II zombies, one thing. Vanguard zombies, one thing. Just want to break that real quick. But this is my own personal list. It's my personal bias on what I feel about all the maps and how I feel about all the maps. What makes them good, what makes them bad, etc., etc. So, just to state, I'm a Black Ops 1 and a Black Ops 3 fan. So, and I've been playing Call of Duty Zombies since World at War, since I was a little guy. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. To make this list, and yeah, I was really inspired by many YouTubers. There were so many YouTubers that have made ranking lists and tier lists, so I decided to make one myself.
Descent, yes. Okay, we're finally getting to some of the good boys here. So Descent Exo Zombies is, I mean, you guys know I love Exo Zombies. Exo Zombies is some of the most fun times that I think I have nostalgia wise, even over some of these maps. Descent into a great map category.
Close between this one and number one, but at number one today, to me, the best zombies map of all time, Kino der Toten Black Ops 1. To me, it's as good as it gets.
No. I promise Kino will not be number one. And I promise Exo Zombies will not be in the top 5. No disrespect to Chaos or Noah J, but those tier lists, garbage. So let's just state that real quick. But just to break down this entirety of this list, there is 47 maps that I'm going through. There, obviously, I said Vanguard Zombies and World War II Zombies are its own thing. But yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, no Giant. The Giant is not ranked in here. I kind of consider Doris and the Giant literally the same thing, because they pretty much are. And also, Dead Ops Arcade is not on this list, because, I mean, I'm just really ranking the maps. And Dead Ops Arcade's more of, arcade. But I love Dead Ops. Don't get me wrong. Love Dead Ops, and it's great. All 3 Dead Ops are amazing. But let's begin. 47. Vanguard Zombies. We have to start with the worst of the worst. It's literally, I'm gonna say this right now, it's getting its own tier. Vanguard Zombies is the worst zombies experience of all time. Probably one of the worst Call of Duties of all time. Personal opinion, personal thought. I don't think anyone would argue with me with that. Vanguard Zombies gets its own tier. It sucks. It's the worst. Alright, we are going to be starting F tier. 46. Infection. Infection is garbage. F tier means that you're the worst map of all time. And there's only one F tier, and it's Infection. I don't like Infection at all. I don't like Exo Zombies really a lot at all. However, yeah, I don't want to waste any more time on these, these past 2. 45. Descent. We're beginning the D tier list with Descent. Not a big fan of this map. It was an okay map. There's nothing really I can say much about it. Again, it's Exo Zombies. Not a big fan of Exo Zombies, and we'll leave it at that. 44. The Beast from Beyond. Didn't mind this map at first, but as you play more and more through it, it just felt like it got worse. I feel bad for Infinite Warfare Zombies because it started off so amazing and it just slowly started getting worse. But yeah. 43. Shall and Shuffle. again, like I said in the last part, Challenge Shuffle is an Infinite Warfare Zombies. I feel bad, but it sucks. I mean, at least it's better than the Beast from Beyond, but barely. But yeah, it had some good ideas, and I'll give it that. It had some good ideas. However, it just did not do it for me. 42, Attack of the Radioactive Thing. All right, it looks like I'm really attacking on Infinite Warfare Zombies. Like I said, it got worse after the beginning, but don't worry, you'll see where Spaceland's at. But Attack of the Radioactive Thing, again, all the Infinite Warfare Zombies had some cool concepts and some cool ideas. It just did not deliver. This one especially didn't deliver. I think it's better than the other two that I just named, and I'd rather play it than the other two. But yeah, it's still a D tier though. 41, Carrier. It's definitely the second best in my opinion out of the Exo Zombies, and I had a lot better of an experience with this one. However, again, it's Exo Zombies, it wasn't that great, and it sucked. 40, Outbreak. I just want to state this real quick, just thinking about it because, I'm thinking about Outbreak. Outbreak is not ranked on this list either, so I just don't have any really personal thoughts on it because I never really have played it. So yeah, but back to the Outbreak Exo Zombies. It's definitely, in my opinion, the best Exo Zombies, and that's not really saying much because it's still in the D tier list. However, it's, in my opinion, the better one, or better map. I had the better memories with it. Truly, Exo Zombies, I'll give you a round of applause for at least trying. You at least tried, and I'll give Sledgehammer those flowers. They at least tried with it. However, it did not succeed. 39, Raven the Redwoods. Okay, this one's higher, a little bit higher than, obviously the other ones. I actually had some decent memories with this, and it wasn't bad, but obviously it's in a D tier list because it just didn't meet my standards of how I feel about with zombies and zombie maps. I like some challenge and stuff like that, and I don't think Rave really brought any challenge. 38, World War II Zombies. As a whole, World War II Zombies, it's alright, it's okay. The only thing, the reasoning that it's above all the other ones is because of Final Reich, because I really love Final Reich. That, they really nailed it with the starter map. After that, though, it just started falling apart. I definitely will say I got some good memories with it, and it's not bad, and I also, again, giving Sledgehammer some flowers for this. They did better. They did a lot better with this than they did with Exo Zombies, in my opinion. World War II Zombies just had a good, scary feel that I really did enjoy. I enjoyed the atmosphere, the vibe that it brought. However, it just started getting worse after the first map, and it just sucks to say that. I really wished it was better. 37, Bus Depot. Alright, now we have officially started the Treyarch zombie maps, and we're going to start off with Nocturne Toten negative 2.0. I don't know. It is really bad. I really don't mind Bus Depot. It's a basic survival map. There's nothing really crazy about it. It's fun here and there just to, experience a little bit of a challenge. But I would rather play Knock over this for sure. But Bus Depot, it's Bus Depot. 36, Farm. Again, a basic survival map. It's at least a little bit better than Bus Depot because it has perks, but that's really all I can say about Farm. It's a good map, and I've got some good memories with it. It's kind of fun at times, but it's a basic survival map, and I'd rather play Farm over Bus Depot. So we'll leave it at that. 35, Firebase Z. Alright, we got into Cold War Zombies, and the only thing I can really say about Firebase Z is, I enjoyed some aspects behind it, but there was a lot of things that it didn't feel like a zombie map to me. It really, I don't know. It definitely was different in some ways, but it just didn't. And the Ray K was pretty interesting, but it just really didn't feel like a zombie map. And I'm going to say that a lot about the Cold War zombies, but that's just because they feel like kind of like a Warzone multiplayer maps. Like, I don't know, they lost the aura from zombies with Cold War. And I really hope that Black Ops 6 brings back that aura that we're missing. 34, Forsaken. Again, Forsaken's a little bit better than Firebase C, at least in my opinion. But again, it's the same thing, nothing different. I have some okay memories with this, but it's definitely better than the last couple I just named. 33, Alpha Omega. Alright, Alpha Omega, I really, and you'll see where Nuketown's listed, I really enjoyed Nuketown, not gonna lie. But Alpha Omega, man, I feel like it's just a watered down, worse version of Nuketown. Like, I didn't understand how you could really make Nuketown worse, in my opinion. It just lost its flair making this one. And I also, like, I enjoyed the little bit, like, with the both the characters and everything like that, the audios and stuff like that. The cutscenes were garbage, but, you know, I wasn't expecting much from a rushed map, really. Because that's all it really was. It was, at the end of the day, a rushed map that they took out of Blackout and just made it into a zombies map. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of Alpha Omega. It's higher in the D list, but it sucks. 32, Blood of the Dead. Man, I was one of the select few, and I'm pretty sure everyone else was, that was very, very hyped for this map, man. It was like we were getting the Mob of the Dead remake, and I was so excited for it, and it just flopped. It was one of the bigger flops, man. It brought some challenge, and I enjoyed that, and I like some challenge to zombies. However, Blood just didn't do it for me. I just didn't enjoy it at all. And it really messed up that it was a Mob of the Dead remake, but it was like, it was just a worse version of Mob of the Dead. Like, and Mob of the Dead's goated. Like, it is amazing map. But I don't understand how you can ruin a remake, man. And obviously Alpha Omega was a remake, and they ruined that too. But yeah. 31, Mauer Toten. We're beginning the C tier list with this. Mauer, okay, I'll give this to Mauer. They at least brought some aura to this one. This one actually felt like a zombies map almost, in Cold War. And again, C list is kind of just mid to me. Like, I would enjoy playing these again. I wouldn't mind playing them again, to give them maybe another chance. But Mauer, I definitely would like to give it another chance to play it again, because I've only played it a handful of times, and people probably would agree with me. It's probably the second best Cold War map, in my opinion. But yeah, it actually did feel like a zombies map, and I'll give that credit. But yeah, 30, Voyage of Despair. People are going to be kind of shocked this is kind of high, but in my opinion, it is a mid map to me. And the only reason it got to 30 was remotely the boss fight is pretty fun, and I enjoyed that aspect behind it. Other than that, though, the map, it does bring some challenge, and I enjoyed that too, of how tight and everything was. I'm just not a big fan of the Chaos story, like, and I do think that the Titanic setting was pretty cool in concept. However, it really didn't deliver. I think I didn't really feel like we were on the Titanic. I just felt like we were on a boat. But they could have done better, in my opinion, with it. It definitely, though, still is like a mid map to me. 29, Dead of the Night. Dead of the Night was definitely a good map, and it was fun, and it was challenging. And there was a lot to do on this map, honestly. Like, you can do so much. But personal problem, and it's what I just said, that there was a lot. There's like too much, if that makes sense. There's a lot for the setup, and a casual really would have a hard time with this map. And I understand why probably some people rank it way lower than what I have it at. but there is some good things about Dead of Night, and I love the concept of it being the haunted house. The wonder weapon's pretty good. Everything, again, it brought some challenge, and I just feel as though I had okay memories with it, and that's why it's a mid-tier map to me. 28 classified. Okay, I stated that I was a Black Ops 1 fan, and that's why I classified so low, because I feel like they ruined 5 for me with classified. I just think it's a watered down 5, and you're gonna hear that a lot with the remakes, but also stating that there's no remakes, like I'm talking about like Zombie Chronicles and all that. Yeah, those remakes are not in here. But classified, it was interesting. They at least made the Winter's Howl a little bit stronger, but I think the Easter egg is so dumb, and I think it was cool to go back to No Man's Land and stuff like that, but all in all, I just think it ruined 5 and lost what 5 was, to be honest. I just didn't really enjoy it that much, but again, it's a mid map to me. 27, Town. Town I had some good memories with Town, and one big memory when I was playing with my friends, I always remembered that I would always buy new Tombstone, and I would always do that Tombstone little thing where once you die, I'll just bleed out, let my friends, play and everything. Yeah, I was that guy. And I also did enjoy Tombstone, only on Town though. Transit, Tombstone was not made for Transit. But I did enjoy doing that little, it wasn't really a glitch, but to get all the perks and stuff like that was fun. But yeah, Town, it's a good survival map, fun, and I have a lot of good memories with it with my friends. So yeah, that's all I can really say, but it is a mid map to me. 26, Tag Der Toten. Okay, definitely probably one of the better ones of the remakes that I just listed, and definitely expanded upon from Call of the Dead, and Call of the Dead's one of my favorites too, but it kind of ruined what Call of the Dead's aura was, and I also dislike that we ended the story with Tog. We've all talked about the Great War map, and I still think that's a speculation that was even a thought, because honestly, we really haven't been proven that it was true that Great War map was a thing. But the fact is that Tog was like the ending of it all. The ending is great, and it really made me tear up, because I was like, man, this is the end of this story, and this is how we're ending it. Like, are you serious? I was a little disappointed that that's how we had to end the story with Tog. I think there could have been a better ending, and a better way to end everything. Especially that, we were talking about this Great War thing, and I was hoping that was the case, but I think there was a lot more to the zombie story that we have not seen, or we will never ever see, to be honest, that there was a lot more to it that we were left out with. But Tog is definitely a mid-tier map. I don't mind playing it, but there's better options. 25, Transit. I really can't believe I ranked Transit this high, because I was a Transit hater for a long time, and I think a lot of people were. But again, we'll give Transit some credit here. There was some challenge with this map, and I really enjoyed that aspect, and I was one of the select few for sure. I was here for a Transit remake, man. I was here for it. I would love to see Transit in a newer generation consoles, just because it would run way better. I think that's why it's a mid-tier map for me, is because it was ran on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. It really was crappy in that aspect to play with friends and stuff like that, because, well, it was just I heard about the fog, helping the map, because if there was no fog, the map would literally crash, from what I understand. And the fog wasn't really a problem in my eyes, and those freaking little head humpers, I can't even remember what they were called. Those things were annoying as hell, but it made a challenge, man. I love zombies for having challenge, and I'm all here for it. And trust me, when you see the remainder of this list, you'll see some of these maps, they got some challenge, but those maps are way better than Transit because they ran better. I just wish Transit be less laggy and also have a better wonder weapon, because the jet gun is shit. But yeah, that's all I really got to say about Transit. 24, D Machine. D Machine, we're bringing the B tier list, and this is the start of it. D Machine, man, I actually really enjoyed this, and this is the top Cold War map for me. I definitely enjoyed this map, and I have some good memories with it. It definitely felt good to be back in Knock, especially an expanded version of Knock. I was a little upset and bummed about how, again, a lot of Cold War zombies doesn't feel like zombies. D Machine and Mauer were the only two, in my opinion, that even felt remotely like a zombies map. And D Machine, the only reason it felt like it was because it had Knock in it. All in all, though, it's a good map. It's a pretty solid map. And I definitely recommend people playing it, because I think it definitely will prepare you for what probably Black Ops 6 is going to be. 23, Ancient Evil. Okay, everyone's going to be a little upset about this being this low, but I'll state this, I really didn't get the chance to play a lot of Ancient Evil. The only reason that it's kind of higher for me, I mean, it would be lower because I didn't have a full-fledged experience, but I can't put Ancient Evil over any lower than all those other maps I just named. The Ancient Evil, man, it was a good map, and it definitely was a good way to have. It was a good map with the chaos story and everything like that. Enjoyed the gauntlets and stuff like that. It's just a good map overall, and I would love to give it another chance. And it may be higher for me on my tier list if I played it more, but that's why it's at 23. 22, Nuketown Zombies. Okay, now I'm gonna get some hate, but let me defend it here. Let me defend Nuketown Zombies, because I do enjoy Nuketown Zombies a lot. And the biggest thing I enjoy about Nuketown Zombies is the challenge that it brings. Truthfully, Nuketown Zombies has so much challenge behind it. You need to be really good at zombies, in my opinion, or know what you're doing in zombies to play Nuketown. Nuketown Zombies is a challenge, and if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna have a bad time with this map. I think I always have a strategy going into zombies, whether I'm playing zombies for fun or just playing zombies for an Easter egg or whatever. I always have a challenge though when I go into zombie maps. With the Nuketown zombie map, there's no way you can really strategize with it. It brings a certain challenge that not many zombie maps bring, and that's, you don't know when Jug's gonna come down, you don't know when the Pack-a-Punch is gonna come. There's just so much challenge behind it. That's why I really enjoyed Nuketown Zombies, and I think it's cool that it's correlated with Moon and everything like that. The eyes change to blue, and Richtofen is the voice of the zombies at a certain round. I think it's like 30 or something like that. But yeah, I really enjoyed Nuketown Zombies. 21, Die Rise. Again, Die Rise is above all these just because strictly the challenge. I really enjoyed Die Rise a lot, and it's a good map in my opinion. I like what they did with it. They really brought in a whole different dynamic to zombies in the verticality of it, and I think that was interesting to it. Yes, it has the worst perk of all time on it, and yes, it trolled us big time with not having PhD on this map. However, there's some good stuff about Die Rise that make it a good map, and the Easter egg's fun to do. And the Slick of Fire, man, it really helps Die Rise, honestly. It really helps it being this high, in my opinion. And I had some good memories with it, man. I really do. It's got a good challenge to it, and I enjoy it. 20, Shinonuma. Shinonuma, in my opinion, is the worst World at War Zombies map. However, obviously it's in the top 20, so it's not that bad. Obviously it's a good map. I mean, it's in B tier. I would be willing to always play it again. Shinonuma, I have so many good memories with it, and especially it was my first ever time, making it to, I believe, round like 55 or something like that. This was back in the World at War days. I was young. I was young, and I know 55 ain't jack, because I know many people have made it way higher, especially on this map. However, when I was younger, I had a bedtime, so I couldn't really freaking do much. But yeah, Shinonuma, man, I got some good memories with it, and it's the typical, high round zombie map. It's the first ever map, in my opinion, that allowed you to really go high rounds, and a lot of people broke a lot of records with this map, I felt like, with high rounds. But yeah, it's a fun map. It's a good map. But yeah, makes the top 20. 19, Zetsubo. Zetsubo is a really good map, in my opinion. Definitely had some good memories with it, and I always thought in my head it was the worst map on Black Ops 3 for me. Especially when it first came out, it had some bad glitches and stuff like that with it, but as time went on, it grew on me, and that's why I'm actually kind of shocked. Just like Transit, I'm very shocked it's in my top 25. Zetsubo definitely is a really good map, and I would actually willing play it again, and I think it would actually go higher for me if I get the chance to play it again, which actually, just a little side thing, I'm thinking about doing a Black Ops 3 zombie series on my channel, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, Zetsubo definitely had some fun moments, and I enjoyed the Easter egg and the entire Black Ops 3 series. I enjoyed the whole entire Easter egg behind all of the maps, but Zetsubo definitely, the Easter egg was fun to do, and I definitely remember having good fond memories with it with my friends. But yeah, Zetsubo, number 19. 18, Noctur and Totem. Noct making it this high is probably shocking to many people. However, I gotta give it its flowers. It is the beginning of zombies. I mean, it's a good map, and it's a good, challenging survival map, especially if you played it during the World at War time frame. I think over the years it got easier. Obviously in Black Ops 1, they didn't add the perks in it or anything like that. You got meal pick, but that's about it. But the weapons are definitely better, and I feel like Black Ops 1 Noctur and Totem is a lot better than the World at Wars, because World at Wars was buggy, and I mean, it's a fun survival map, and it was their first ever, and it's what began everything. This was the beginning of everything, and that's why I put it in B tier, is because it deserves to have, its shine, and it was fun, and it's challenging, and if you want to get a good challenge, it's a great map. Black Ops 3's version obviously makes it 10 times easier, in my opinion. It's still challenging, however, it makes it easier to play. But yeah, I enjoy Noct, and I have so many good memories with it, so that's why it makes 18. 17, Buried. Now, many people are going to be probably shocked that Buried is kind of this low for me. However, it is the best map between like Die Rise and Transit and all that with that crew. But Buried, I have, in the beginning, this is the start of the A tier. It is an A tier map for me. Buried is a great map. I enjoyed the Easter egg. I enjoyed the western theme of the whole map, being underground and everything like that. It's so cool. The witches are bitches. But other than that, I mean, everything about Buried is great. The one thing that puts it so low for me on why it's 17 is because it was so freaking easy. This map, it became basically Shinonuma. It was a high round map. This was an easy ass map, and that's why it's so low for me, because at first it's a little challenging to get everything set up, but once you got everything set up, you were good. especially if you had the paralyzer, you were fine. Like you literally could go to round 150 no problem. Literally buried. It was a campy map, and that's why it's so low for me. But I have great memories with it, and I really love it, and it's still a great map to go back to. So that's why it still makes the top 20. But yeah, 16, Zombies in Spaceland. Now, many people are going to riot, maybe, but please let me defend Zombies in Spaceland, alright? It is the best Infinite Warfare Zombies map, and it's the best non-Treyarch Zombies map, honestly. That's why, I almost had it in my top 15, but rethought some thoughts. But yeah, Spaceland, man, this is such a fun map, and everything about it, the colors, the Easter egg, the little side things you can do on this map is so fun. Like, I've always have thought about Treyarch doing an amusement park zombies map, and Infinite Warfare decided to do it, and what a way to start off a non-Treyarch zombies experience. This really actually saves Infinite Warfare completely for being like a really terrible video game overall, is the zombies, because dude, Spaceland is a fun experience, and I feel bad for people that didn't get the chance to really play it, or really truly, if you have Infinite Warfare, go back, play this, just please play it. It is amazing, and you'll have a fun time. You won't get confused or anything like that. In my opinion, it's a good starter map, to be honest, and I feel like it's a great layout. It's a pretty simple layout, honestly. You got your main hub, and then you got the main other areas around it, which is basically like a Derice setup, or but yeah, Spaceland, man, it is a great map, and I don't think it gets enough love, and that's why it's so high for me, because I really did enjoy it. 15, Revelations. Now, Revelations is an A tier map, and I think people shit on Revelations nowadays because overall you look back on it, yeah, if you go back on Revelations, it's an easy map and everything like that. The Easter egg is very, very long and hard. It took a while for people to understand and do the Easter egg, which, is what it is. However, Revelations is exactly what we all wanted so badly. Honestly, during that time frame, Revelations was exactly what we wanted. A map where it had every different zombie map. Not every zombie map, but most of the zombie maps all combined in one. That's insanity. But I loved it. It was an awesome experience. It's an awesome map. It gave the nostalgia vibes. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, I really enjoyed Revelations. And that's why it makes top 15. I think it's better than Zetsubo, and I had a better experience with it. I never ended up actually finishing the Easter egg on Revelations, but I want to go back and go finish it. Me and my friends have talked about us doing zombie Easter eggs recently, so we're actually planning on going back on Black Ops 3 and doing some zombie Easter eggs, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, Revelations, man, it's a great map. It's actually a lot better than people want to shit talk it and dumb it down. It's exactly what we wanted at the time frame, and you cannot lie about that, and it still gives me good vibes. I always enjoy that map. Revelations is a A tier map. 14, 9. This is by far the best Black Ops 4 zombies map, and I have a lot of great memories with it. We finished this Easter egg within 2 hours probably. I remember me and my friends finishing this Easter egg, and 9 to me, it's such a simple map, and it's just literally a big freaking circle. However, and it's so easy to understand. What makes it go down a little bit is the Easter egg's fun and it's good. However, I don't think it's super challenging or anything like that. The atmosphere of the Coliseum is so sick and it's awesome. The Wonder Weapon, though, could have been better, but 9 definitely could have strived to be a lot better, but I don't know how much better it can get, really. If they didn't have a stupid freaking perk system set up, if they had actual perks and everything like that on 9, and like it was kind of like a Black Ops 3 style map, I think I would enjoy it a lot more. But 9 definitely was my favorite map from Black Ops 4. I have some good memories with it, and yeah, it's a great map. It's A tier, like I said. 13-5. Man, I'm giving, again, I like saying this because I like giving flowers to the right maps, and people are not, hating me. They're gonna be hating for other reasons, but 5 is a great map, and you can't tell me it's not. The only reason it's even remotely in 13 and why it's low is simply because of the Pentagon. I fucking hate that guy. Screw him. But in all seriousness, like, 5 gave you that challenge, and I love that. That's why, like, 5 is so high for me. It truly gave you the challenge that, you would want in a zombies experience. It's one of the better Black Ops 1 zombie maps. I mean, it's obviously, if you've been watching my rankings and stuff, it's the worst of the Black Ops 1 zombie maps, but it's still really good. But yeah, I think 5's way better than Classified, and I'll fight anyone on that, because 5 had that vibe. You had JFK, you had freaking Castro. Like, the cast was awesome, and they had the right voice actors to play the cast perfectly. I really think 5 had a good vibe to it. It had the first ever buildable on it. It was such a great map. The freaking Easter egg song's amazing. The DEFCON to getting the Pack-a-Punch is awesome. Yeah, I really enjoyed 5 a lot. Again, the only reason it's even at 13 and not higher is Pentagon Thief, for 1, and 2, Winter Howl sucks. Like, it is the worst one of the worst wonder weapons of all time. Classified definitely bumped Winter's Howl to being a better wonder weapon. However, Classified just sucks. So, and it ruined the 5 vibe. So yeah. 12. Kino. Okay, now you can stop worrying that Kino even remotely made the top 10. However, Kino is definitely above 5. And the only reason it's above 5 is strictly, literally because of Thundergun. Mainly Thundergun, and also Kino's the map that I feel like many people always think about. When they think about zombies, they think of Kino der Toten. It's literally the casual map that everyone thinks about. All casuals will be like, you know what? Yeah, I remember Kino, and that's like the first thing they think of with zombies, really. I've asked many people, and Kino's the first thing that comes up to mind. It's just a typical casual map, and it's perfect for anyone, really. Beginner, experts probably will definitely tell you it's overrated, and I have great memories with it, and that's why it's kind of high for me, and I also enjoy it a lot. However, it's definitely is an overrated map. I don't consider it very top 10. I mean, it made top 15 obviously for me, but yeah, Kino definitely is not number 1. For number 1 for casuals, yeah, absolutely. But Kino definitely had its ups with it, and it was definitely a typical. It had a World at War vibe still to it. It definitely was, Doris was, the setup to going into Black Ops 1. If you think about it, and Kino, if I remember correctly, Kino originally was cut out of World at War. It was talked about being in World at War at one point, but they didn't put it in. Obviously, they put it in Black Ops 1. But yeah, Kino is definitely a good map. It's definitely, you got to give it its flowers for being, the top tiered casual map. But it's definitely a good map. It's still fun to go to. But yeah, it's not the best ever. Number 11, Shadows of Evil. We're beginning the S tier maps now. You're gonna be mind blown. Yeah, Shadows for me is 11. This map, I really enjoyed it at first. Well, let me phrase that. At first, I didn't like Shadows of Evil, and that's probably because I didn't really understand Shadows. Like, when it came to Mob of the Dead, I felt like Mob of the Dead set up pretty greatly with the afterlife mode and everything like that. Shadows of Evil, like understanding like the beast mode and stuff like that, at first for me was kind of difficult. Like understanding shadows was a little bit of a difficult time. I feel like a lot of casual players probably do rank shadows lower. However, shadows, as time goes on, as time went on and I started understanding shadows and we ended up beating the Easter egg and everything like that, dude, shadows is amazing. It's such a great map. It's so fun. You gotta really understand the map to really have a fun experience with it. But yeah, Shadows is definitely a great map. It's an S tier 100%. If it's not, you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have it in the top 10. They should, you know, and I only have it at 11. You'll see the top 10. Shadows of Evil, man. I love it. It's a great map. The only reason it makes 11 is truly out of the 10 that I'm about to rank and name, I have had a lot better memories and a lot better time with all those maps. Truly, like, they're probably my favorite maps of all time, honestly. And Shadows obviously makes the S tier, and I will still love to play it all the time. Shadows is so much fun. Actually just played Shadows just recently, a few nights ago, and man, I was lost. I was lost because it's been years since I played Shadows. So, but yeah, I love Shadows of Evil, and yeah, 10, Varrock. Alright, this is what people are gonna come at me with fucking pickaxes and knives and stuff like that. Let me explain Varrock at number 10. Varrock has made a top 10, and yeah, I'm probably the only person that puts it in the top 10. Varrock, for me, is by far my favorite, like one of my favorite challenging maps of all time. It is such a challenge, and there is really nothing like Varrock. Honestly, the atmosphere of Varrock, the screams in the background that you hear, everything that Varrock offers. Obviously, there's no secondary wonder weapon in the World at War version. There's no Pack-a-Punch. This was the introduction to the 4 perks, the traps, the power switch. What I also enjoyed about this map, and it's never been done ever again, which I wish it would be done again, just because, again, I love challenging zombie maps, and this is one of the best, in my opinion. It introduced, though, 2 people on one side and 2 people on the other, which has never been done before in a zombies map, and it still hasn't been done to this day, which I wish that they would just do it. Like, let's have an experience with that, man. I know many people are probably gonna be like, nope, let's not do that at all. But man, zombies need to be challenging again. I want a challenging zombies map. I want a map that's like Varrock, that brought the vibes, that brought the challenge to it. And what made it so good was how challenging it was. If you didn't make it to the power switch, man, you guys were gonna be screwed, man. Especially like getting all 4 of you together. But also, this map sucks for training. Man, it is the hardest map to train on, but you have to strategize. Varrock is not like you can come in and relax and enjoy and just play. You need to come in with a strategy, and it better be a good freaking strategy, because Varrock can be difficult. It's going to be a task to play. But yeah, I love Varrock, and not many people probably have it in its top 10, but I'm going to give it its freaking flowers, because Varrock deserves to be in a top 10, and I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to put Varrock in at number 10. Coming in at number 9, Darice. Now, Darice is definitely the best World at War map. I mean, Darice / the Giant. I mean, it's definitely, you know, it's all one. But Darice is definitely the best zombies map in World at War. It introduced Pack-a-Punch. It's the best map layout, you know, and this is what originally started, you know, the main hub layout with, you know, different sectors. A lot of maps took inspiration from Darice, and Darice definitely started, in my opinion, how a lot of zombie maps function nowadays. Some of them, you know, go off of Darice's scale, and obviously those are the bad ones. A lot of maps that go off the Darice kind of setup, they're freaking amazing maps. But yeah, Darius is definitely and Pack-a-Punch really just helps it even more, because it was the introduction of Pack-a-Punch, and that's when we finally got to be able to go really high rounds and stuff like that. But Darius definitely was one of my favorites, and I would still love to go back and play it. 8. Ascension. I told you that I'm a Black Ops 1 lover, and yeah, Ascension is definitely in my top 10. It is definitely one of the easier maps. The only reason it's remotely this low on the top 10 is literally because of monkeys. Monkeys made this map hard back in the Black Ops 1 era. You had to make sure you had stamina, because the only way you could really protect all of the perks is you had to really just run all around, put claymores around, etc, etc. Black Ops 3's version makes it way easier. However, monkeys were definitely difficult back in the Black Ops 1 era. It was very rewarding when you got all the monkeys killed, especially if they didn't touch any of the perks. However, that means you have to protect another perk, which makes it even more difficult. Ascension, though, brought some challenge with that. And if monkeys weren't in Ascension, I truly believe that Ascension would be one of the easiest maps of all time, because there's so much room to it. Anyone and everyone can train in different areas of the map. Like, there's not an area that no one can't train. Ascension is so open. It was the introduction of a true actual Easter egg. I know Darius had an Easter egg, but it's not really anything crazy. But Ascension had the real legit Easter egg that started everything. Number 7, Call of the Dead. Call of the Dead, man. The first ever time we got a celebrity crew, and I freaking loved it. Especially being like, I think I was like 12 years old at the time when Black Ops 1 was out, and man, Call of the Dead was legit. I loved Call of the Dead so much. The challenging aspect of George Romero, man, I mean, that's what brings it down, I guess, from the top 5. But Call of the Dead, so many great memories, and finishing that Easter egg, so much fun. Also, the wonder weapons do suck on this map. I do enjoy the scavenger though, but other than that, VR11, not that great, and it's not really, it's not really worth having unless you have it upgraded, and obviously if you're doing the Easter egg. But Call of the Dead's a fun map, and I definitely enjoy it. 6, Shangri-La. I think many people are going to be very shocked about someone having Shangri-La in their top 10, because a lot of people give hate for this map, and truly, I don't understand it. I mean, again, I love challenge, and some really good challenge. Shangri-La offers that great challenge. It's just like Varrock, but more challenging. There's not really an area to truly run at, in my opinion. The power area was a good area to run at, but if you didn't run the entire map, it's like Varrock. If you didn't run the entire map, you were gonna have a hard time. Shangri-La also was one of the first maps that visually was so beautiful. We have never had a beautiful looking map before, and Shangri-La was the first ever of its kind to actually give you a visually good looking map, especially back in the Black Ops 1 time frame, where graphics were like okay at that time frame, but nothing like terrible. But Shangri-La, man, was beautiful. And then Black Ops 3 upped the beauty of it. One of my favorite wonder weapons of all time, the baby gun, was introduced in here, where literally doesn't even do any damage at all, and that means you can literally kill anything and everything, and pretty much it's an insta kill in a way if you think about it. Shangri-La, man, definitely was an amazing map. Great challenging map. I love it, and I'll always play it, man. I don't care what any critics have to say about it. It's a great map. Starting off the top 5, we have Der Eisendrache. Was definitely an amazing map. In my opinion, is Origins, but easier. It definitely was a phenomenal first map, like off DLC. You literally start off with a complete banger off the rip with Der Eisendrache, and it was such a great experience. Me and my buddies definitely, we completed this Easter egg pretty quickly, if I remember correctly. It was a fun time, and I love the bows in this map. I definitely enjoyed every aspect behind this map, and the Easter egg's so much fun to do. The story behind it, and Dempsey at the end of that whole cutscene, it gets you in the heart feelings. I feel like it definitely was one of my favorite maps, and that's why it makes top 5. It's definitely an amazing map. 4, Mob of the Dead. Mob of the Dead is an amazing map, and I was obviously very upset with how Blood of the Dead came out, because they just tarnished and ruined what Mob was. But Mob of the Dead, they gave you 4 brand new characters that you didn't even care about off the rip, and they made you care about them. The Warden is an awesome sub-boss. The Blundergat's an amazing wonder weapon. Electric Cherry is a phenomenal perk. It definitely had so many ups. I mean, there's not even really a hard down. The Easter egg is so much fun to do. Afterlife mode is awesome. I don't know really why I just have it at 4. But I have so many better memories with the top 3. So yeah. But Mob of the Dead, phenomenal map, S tier completely. 3, Garad Crovey. I'm beginning, this is like a sub tier. These next 3, in my opinion, are the GOAT tier maps, and because they're all a Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2, and a Black Ops 1 map. In my opinion, the top 3 are basically 1. You know, they're all 1s, because they're my favorite maps of all time. I will play them night and day, and never ever get bored with them. Garad Crovey, though, is definitely the best Black Ops 3 zombie map. I have had so many fun experiences with it. It is literally Ascension with dragons. It's so much fun. I love the Easter egg in this, especially like you have to kill the dragon, then you have to deal with Nikolai. Like, it is such a fun and great time. And there's so many sub Easter eggs to do in this, the different challenges and stuff like that. Garad Crovey is by far the best and greatest Black Ops 3 zombie map of all time. But yeah, that's all I can really say about it. It's a phenomenal map. 2, I have Origins. Origins is a phenomenal map. The Easter egg is awesome. The staffs are some of the best wonder weapons ever created. But yeah, Origins, definitely one of my favorite zombie maps of all time. I had great memories with my friends going through this map. We've beat this Easter egg probably a dozen times, honestly. This map was a game changer, really, because it kind of threw the story in a whole nother loop that we didn't expect or see coming. And it was the perfect setup to going into the greatest zombies experience of all time, Black Ops 3. Black Ops 2 Zombies Origins definitely helped Black Ops 2 Zombies be some of the best zombies we've ever gotten. I love it so much. And yeah, 1, Moon. Now, many people are probably gonna be like, are you high or are you crazy? Yeah, I am actually crazy, not high, but I'm crazy. I love Moon. And again, I told you from the get-go, from the beginning of this video, I was a Black Ops 1 lover, and I'm gonna give Black Ops 1 their flowers because it was the best zombies, one of the best zombies I've ever played. But Moon at number 1. I don't have any cons really besides one about Moon, and I didn't even really list a con with Garad or Origins or Mob, or like, there's really no, they have minor cons to it. The one con on Moon is the goddamn astronaut. I mean, the astronaut would be 10 times better if it dropped at least something. If it had like a drop, like a max ammo or something like that. No, you don't gain anything if you kill that dude. Other than that, everything about Moon, from the start with No Man's Land to teleporting onto the moon to basically picking a route, which route you want to take to get to the power, to then, you know, setting up and getting ready for the whole Easter egg aspect behind it. From there, like, teleporting back to No Man's Land to go to Pack Punch, like, it was, Moon is such a great map, and I love the no gravity stuff. Biodome is the best area to be in. And the Easter egg is one of the greatest of all time. You can't tell me not, because quite literally you are blowing up the earth. Like, no zombie map in ever is blowing up the earth. I mean, obviously in Horizon Track you're blowing up the moon, but with Moon, it's literally my favorite map of all time. I've had the best memories on this, and I can't wait to replay it because it is such a phenomenal map. And I can tell that the creators and the game designers behind the map had a phenomenal and fun time doing this map. I really think this completely set up the story of zombies to going into a more, apocalyptic route. And yeah, obviously we got transit, die, rise, and buried out of it, but which could have been a lot better of an experiences. However, Moon definitely took the story into a completely crazy route. But yeah, I love this map. But like I said before, Moon, Origins, and Garad, they in my opinion, are all number one, but they're at the top tier of the S tier. They're the GOAT maps of each of their respective games. But yeah, I love Moon. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. Currently, from me doing all this recording and stuff, it's over an hour long. But it's probably going to be snippet down a little bit and everything like that, because I got to edit a good portion of it because, I suck at talking right now. However, I hope you enjoyed my tier/ranking list. I'm definitely wanting to do another one, probably with Call of Duty video games or something of that sort. We'll see what the future holds, but you're going to start seeing some zombie content on my channel more so. Just because we are getting ready, going into the time frame of Black Ops 6, and I wanna at least try to get my hopes up and hope that Black Ops 6 Zombies is gonna be good. But with my mindset right now, Black Ops 6 Zombies, I don't have high hopes for it. So I'm hoping and praying that Black Ops 6 Zombies brings us back to the glory days of zombies. So let's hope and pray, everyone. Zombies is a fun overall thing, and this was a fun time ranking and figuring out my personal list. And whether you agree with it or not, comment down below. I want to see everyone's opinions and thoughts because I'm interested on what people have to say about my list. Some people will definitely disagree with some of my picks, and that's okay. Ancient Evil at 23, a lot of people have it way higher. Nuketown at 22, a lot of people have it lower. It's just based, in my opinion, ranking and tiering is all based on personal opinion and how you feel about the maps and what brought good memories for you and what brought bad memories for you. A lot of people have Call of the Dead probably outside their top 20, which, that's your opinion. That's everyone's opinion. So everyone's got opinions, and these are mine. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new, comment your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts, and yeah, hopefully I'll comment back and see what I think about your thoughts. So, but I hope you guys had a wonderful day, and thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Have a wonderful rest of your day.